Back live. I said I would be starting the live today at 5, live at 5. And this is what we're going to do because it's called Live at 5. Right? I'm thinking of doing a total setup where I'll be doing Live at 5. That'll be my new stick, if you want to call it that. So it'll be Live at 5 every Saturday. Uh, as we know, different things happen, stuff like that. But we will be doing a Live at 5 on Saturday all the time. Okay, guys? And like I said before, we're going to be doing a continuation of the series, and we'll be doing that quiz. The last quiz we do, we'll be doing a sweepstakes on it. If you can figure out what the set is, we will be giving away something. So I'd say watch out for that. And like I said, also, we will be doing a double build today. So also watch out for that. So keep viewing. I hope you guys can see everything. I hope you can see the mascot. So without further ado, we were talking to a couple folks on the last day when we got cut off. No fault of mine, I have to say. So please stay tuned. I wouldn't want that to happen again because it was horrible for me. I don't know how it felt for you guys because we were having a really good chat with the rest of the guys on there about the BOBAbrickz sets, stuff like that. And we got cut off, which was bad. Some people started saying they were getting like feedback, bad feedback and whatever, or it was glitching. And today we're set up so we don't want that to happen again, really. Okay, right, so we're going to start building this set. And again, you guys give it a shot, see if you can guess what it is before this set is halfway through. Let's look at it like, let's say halfway through, right? The year, we're looking for the year. We're doing it in no order. We're looking for the year, the set, and the year. Basically, we're not going to ask you how many figures it came with and stuff like that, but we're looking for the set and the year. And we'll talk about it. So, as I said all the time, I build these sets from my garage. I was going through it earlier, looking for the pieces and stuff like that. So, that's a thing. That's also fun. If I look at it like that, it's also fun looking for the pieces. So that's pretty cool to me. I have fun doing that also. So it's not a big deal doing that. I don't know how many of you guys have tried to build sets out of your garage or whatever. But yeah. So, again, great to have you on. Drop me a line. Let me know what you're building, if it's anything that we have built before or gonna be building. Drop me a line. I will put out the last build so you guys can have a look at that. And the last build we did, if you guys remember, was this one right here, which is the 8097. We built that one. And I also, while we were chatting, we were talking to the guys about the sets we have. all the different sets we have. Okay, so let's jump on and start this build. So sometimes it's a little tricky to find all the pieces, which is, well, it's a little tricky to find all the pieces, but again, the fun is in the build. So what we'll do is we'll wait a couple minutes and we'll start building at that time we could discuss the other ships that was built before, and we were talking about it yesterday with the other guys. It was a great chat. We had a great time talking about it, which was pretty cool. So we were talking about the differences of all the different ships that they have and the build and the count. A lot of them has a lot of count. But yeah, let's go back to this one and look at the playability on this one. So if we look here, we have one window that opens on that side and one that opens on the other. And you have guns that come out of here. My only thing with the guns they should have had something where, you know, you move it and guns open up. Anyway, then you have here, but this particular door, see this side, if it pops open, should just pop open. Let's make sure that's locked in place. This should just pop open here like that. So you have that door, then you have the other one. It's sort of tricky to get at. Anyway, but you have two doors there, and we were talking about this should have been made like the 7144, where you can basically, instead of having to pull it off, you could just turn it up, and it would be much better like that, like a real ship. Obviously, like all the ships, the wings turn like that. You also have, which I call a little refrigerator. That I would have that opening also, but it doesn't. Yes, it does open also. So you have those two. So, and then you have one on the other side right here. Let's pop that. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking at 6. Nothing happens back here, right? But you also have the top that opens here, right? And from there, if you on the 6209, there was a little lever right here that you can turn, and it would shoot a rocket straight out, like almost like Boba's backpack, rocket pack. But this has down here something that you can press, and it will shoot the stuff out that way, right? If you push them by hand, oops, knocking my mascot over. If you would push them by hand, right? So you do have that. Right? So let's close this up. because when you're putting them away, if you don't close those things, they can get knocked off. Yeah, so we were talking about how much on the wings also. If you look how many pieces was on the wings, some of them just have like so many extra things on the wings, right? But basically all the ships are built with these down here. The one we built yesterday it was not completed yesterday. It's similar to this one, which I'm going to bring over right now, which is the 75312. It's almost built identical to this one. When you look at it, they went really close. Even if it's a mid-size, it was almost built identical to this one, right? Bar those little guns on the top here, but the two guns in the back, it's similar. Down here, if you look, they put green on that one is gray, so they changed that a little bit. If you guys look there, you can see that. But the sides, these curved bits right here, it's just a replica of that one, which is just, these are bigger and these are a little smaller, but it's basically a replica of that one. So that's the same. Here, I would figure they would do that, okay? The flaps, they made those flaps there. So if you look, you can also see the tan color here, all right? And something just popped off there. I don't know what that is. Where did that come from? I'll have to put that back in there. Don't want to be missing a piece later on. Yeah, so yeah, one more thing. It doesn't close. Yeah, there it is. I was going to say it doesn't close all the way. Yeah, it's tricky for closing all the way because the sides come in so closely. So you could have made that just a little tad wider. But all in all, it looks just like the bigger one. And then they added this thing down here. If I could just pull it out for you guys to make it stand up. So basically you put it on the stand and it holds there like that. I would like them to make all of the ships with this, where you can have that stand so you can like hold it like that here. You can hold it like this, or you can use it as on the stand when you're holding it. When you put up your own stand there, it'll just stay better, I think. Yeah, but if you want to do it like that, you can do it like that, or use this to maneuver it around. Anyway, so again, if you guys are jumping in there, it's great to see you. All right, we'll put these because they're the two last and they look much similar compared to the other ships, right? And we will jump on and start building. So guys, drop me a comment. It's great to see you on there. Yes, guys, so the question is, what is the ship? What's it gonna be? Okay, so that's the big question. Let me know what you guys think. If you know what the ship is, okay, drop me a line on that, and we will start building. So drop me a line, guys, and let's start building this. The next part of this series. Okay, so go ahead and drop me a line, guys. Hey, Ninjago Boy, what's up? What's going on? What's up with you, man? You all right? Brandon, what's going on? What ships do I have? When you say what ships, I'm personally how many do I have? I have the every Boba and Jango Fett ship that was ever made, all of them, all the way through. There's over 20 of them easily. Yeah, one big, one small. So that one is the 75312, and this one over here is the 8097. So we will show off all of them today also, and we'll start building the next one. Um, so yeah, if you, well, when you say ships, how many ships do I have? Do you mean ships? How many ships I have? All my ships, or the Starfighter Slave One? If it's Slave One, like I said, there's easily over 20 of them. I was showing them off yesterday. When I say 20 of them, we're talking from the micro, which is like the advent calendar ones, all the way up to the UCS, the 75060, all the way up there. So right, let's move on and start building this. Later on, a little later on, when we partway through this one and we start building the next, I will show, because there was a couple people on there yesterday and they wanted to see all of the ships, so we will do that. But let's jump on and start building this. Okay, so we got these two over here, and let's start working on that. Right, so what we need first, we need two of these, I believe, but one for now, right? We need one of those for now, and we also need two of these. So as I did pick them out from my garage, like I said earlier, they just over here, the pieces. I'm gonna dump some of them off here so it's easier to work with. Oops, drop something. Okay, easier to work with right here on the side. So we need two of these, and they're gonna go upside down that way or right side up, whichever way you want to put it. And then we're gonna add two of these red 1x2x3 Technic blocks. So all this is Technic blocks right now. And then we'll add another. Down the middle, we're gonna add one of these. Right, and then we'll move on from there. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're up to anyway. All right. Drop me a line. Let me know what you're building. If you're building it. So also, guys, if you're jumping in, please hit that like button so we can bring the channel up, and we can ask Lego to help us to grow the channel. Anyway, so let's continue. So we need one of these, which goes right here, and another going back here, and then we place this down there like that. Okay. Once we've got to that point, where they, as I said before, Lego puts some strange colors in, so you really can't, you really can't go indifferent to what they're building. So we need 2 of those while we add that, and then we'll place a blue just right down here. I use these and I build the minions with that. I build my own minions basically. I don't know if you guys ever did that. I did my own mop, and I built minions, right? Which was really cool. I did a vid with that. Now we're looking for one of these, and this is gonna go right there, right here. I want to make sure that's correct always, because if you don't, then you're in trouble. So that goes there, and now we're gonna add some pieces to that. One red one goes right through there like this. And we're gonna add 2 more of these. Seems like this ship spoke about how many pieces of these little ones had on the last build when we did the trilogy, and basically one of the ship had 50 of these, right? Which is a really huge number for one ship. Right, so we add another one there, and we are set. Anyway, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what you're building, if you're building anything at all. Okay, so we got to this point, and we want to place a black Technic block right there. So let's just pull it out of this bundle here, and we'll move on. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're up to. If you're up to anything today, you're up to shopping for a set, maybe building a set. Or something like that. Let me know what you're doing. Okay? Drop me a line, guys. It's always great to know what someone else is building. Maybe I may take interest and build one of them myself. So it's always good to know what someone else is building. It really helps you to get creative and maybe build your own. So if you're building anything, drop me a line. Let me know what you're building, guys. Yeah, drop me a line. Let me know what you're building. If, again, like if you're building anything at all that I might be interested in building myself. All right. So we're here, and we're gonna add this back here. So it's a 1 by 2 by 10. We're gonna place this here. And again, I want to make sure I get that right in place. The PDF sort of like sometimes, you know, I said that before, sort of throws you off. So we're gonna place one of these right here and another right next to it. So you got two of those like that. Okay, once you've done that, you want to replicate it on the other side basically. So we'll replicate that and then we'll move on. Okay, so drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're building, if you're building anything at all. All right, now let's talk about it. And again, thanks for coming on. Always good to see you guys on there. So we have a chance to discuss all the sets that's been made in the past and the ones that's coming up. It's always good to do that. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the new sets that came out also. We can talk about that, which is a fantastic chat, especially since they brought my my ship out, which I've been waiting for. All right, just have to make a quick adjustment here, guys. I've been absolutely dying for this ship to come out after 20 years, basically. And they brought it out. So that was a great thing. All right, so we'll just clip these in here. Yeah, so we'll clip these back in here. Made a little snafu there, so we fixed that. And back, we'll clip that on and move on. All right, let's just get this correct. Okay, this goes back here. I want to make sure we're putting this in the right place. So it goes all the way there. Yep. Anyway, yeah. So once you build that, you're going to sort of replicate it. I was saying you got to replicate it on the opposite side. BCL, what's up? Oh, how many ones do I have? I have over 20. I have each one of them. Oh, you build the shuttle carrier? Wow, that's amazing, man. It's amazing. Did you just pick that up? Picked it up at the store, or did you get it from someone? Oh, you started today. Wow, nice. Oh, all right. Yes, yeah. That's a nice build. That chopper is a nice build, man. Yeah, they are expensive, right? They crazy expensive. Yeah, well, so with the Django set, obviously I sell sets also. So what I've been doing, because I know you know Vinted, right? I'm not sure where you are. Do you know Vinted? Yes, I went on Vinted and I put stuff that I had before because I started clearing out my garage of stuff like that. And I put stuff on there because I buy sets for myself, and I'm only really a Django and Boba fan, but I'm a Lego Star Wars fan to begin with. So what I did was I started downsizing a lot of my sets and mainly keeping the minifigures and selling the bigger part of the set, like the ships. Only the really iconic ships. Some of them I just don't have space for. Ones that I have space I can put into a case, a small enough case, like case to fit this size, which I'll have to upgrade because my the Slave 75060, that one I need a bigger case. I need with a double size. If you can see my hands, the double size, not that not the size for this ship, which is pretty small. This ship is about a foot and a quarter. So I had to change that. But yeah, I'm really a Django fan. But anyway, to get past that, I started putting stuff before the set came out. I was prepped for this set because I started putting stuff on there, maybe knocking off $10, £10 wherever, and basically I sold enough on there. I basically sold over 500 pounds, and I decided, yeah, I'm gonna fly out to Paris, right, to France, and meet Mr. Jackson, the creator of the ship, and have him sign my ships for me. And I got that. So what I did, I bought 3 of them, and what I'm gonna do is sell 2 with the signature. Obviously, that's gonna cost way more because of the signature. Right now, it's not really going. People are just looking at it because I have it on Facebook, I have it on eBay, and I have it on Vinted, right? But if they don't, I know it will sell because of the signature, right? If I have to take the price down a little bit, I will. But I want the ship to pay for itself, basically, right? So that's basically it. But it's great to know you're building stuff, there, man. Great to see you on the channel. That's awesome. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. So we want to get back into the build, but later on in the chat, we'll show all the ships. I'll be showing all the ships, so you'll have a chance to see all of those. Okay. So keep watching, keep being here while we're building this build, and we're doing a double build today. We also said that it's gonna be a double build today, not just one but 2 ships. And we do builds all the way through trilogies, all the way through all the break times of school. So you can watch without all the times too. But on Saturdays, as I called it Saturday live at 5. So live stream at 5 o'clock. Right. Anyway, so let's go on with this build. All right, let's continue this build. And I also build this out of my garage, so yeah. So let's continue with this build. So we want to build the opposite side, so we build similar to what we just did. We're gonna add 2 of these down here. All right, and then we're gonna add 2 of these on the top. Like that. Okay. Down at the bottom, we're going to add one of those and then add 2 of these here. One more down at the bottom here. I want to make sure we got that correct. Because again, the PDF on the computer looks different from if you have the manual itself. Okay, once you get this all done, we're going to replicate what we did there before, and then we'll move on. Yeah, so like I said, we wanted to start building this one and see if you guys think about it. I'll basically tell you this one was created between 2024 and 2016. So there's a shot for you guys to figure out which one it is, right? All right, there's a shot for you to figure out which one it is. So you tell me if you can figure out which one it is. All right. Right, so we'll just move this over here for the moment and start on the build that we will be doing today. That was just a prelude to what we're going to build today. Ship we're going to build today, really, it's basically one of the more iconic, I know Boba's iconic ship, but this is one of the more iconic ships in the whole series of Star Wars ships and everything else. So the one we're going to build now, like I said, again guys, give it a shot, see if you can figure out which one it is. And we'll start building it. Also, drop me a line. Let me know if you're building anything at all, what you're building. And we will light this candle. Again, the opportunity for you guys to guess what it is before we start building it. Here's the packet. Put it together, and now we'll open it up and we will start building it. If you want to give it a guess, like I said, it's one of the most, I'd say most iconic ships in the whole trilogy. Not a trilogy, what am I saying? Because this is not a trilogy. But yeah, I could also add that this particular ship is not a trilogy-based ship. So if that helps, you guys give that a shot. So right, let's just open this up. Right, let's just open this up here. And let's see if you guys can get what it is. Just making a few adjustments here, guys. And we'll open this up. And you guys tell me. Some people probably would be able to tell you right away from me dropping it out here like that. Just move this over to the side. And let's just open it up. Have a look. There's also R2D2 in there, so there's something for you. There's a hint. I'm going to put him on here. You guys have a look at that. Right. So let's move this over. And we will start building this. And you guys tell me why we're building it. If you could figure out what ship it is, you'd probably be able to do it right away. I partly built it before. Okay, you'd probably be able to do that. So anyway, without further ado, let's build this ship and talk about the year it came out and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and build this. Right, so the first thing we need is this right here, a 4x12, right? And we're gonna add 2 of these down at the bottom here, 2 inverted bricks. If I can just locate the next one here, it's around here somewhere. 2 inverteds. It's kind of hard to spot, but it's here. So yeah, again, drop me a line, let me know what's going on, and let's talk about if you know the ship that I'm going to build now before it gets way into the build. Yeah, guys. So, you have an idea yet on what the build is? Anyway, let's place this one on here. Oops. And we're going to place two of these down here. That's one. If I could just locate the other here, and we'll move on. So drop me a line. Let me know what's going on, guys. Yeah, guys, so let me know if you're at all having any ideas on what this ship may be at this moment. I know it's still early, but have a guess. See if you can figure out what it is while we're adding these touches onto this ship. So we added that, and now we're going to add some of these here. Three inverted. But before we do that, down here we're going to add 2 elbows, which I call them elbows. We're going to add 2 elbows here. There's one, and we'll add another elbow on that, and then we'll move on. So again, drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're building, if you are building anything at all, exactly what you might be building, or if you purchase anything and you're gonna be building it. Drop me a line and let me know what it is, and we can talk about it while I get that piece that is required for the bottom there. Like I said, out of the garage onto the worktop and build. Okay, it's just here. Just can't reach it in all of this. Yeah. Here we go. So drop me a line and let me know if you can figure what it is. So we drop that, and we're going to place this right up front. Here it is. Looking at the wrong piece. So we're going to add these all the way to the front here. Lock it in place. Can you figure out what it is yet? Because this is sort of like giving it away when I add these pieces. It's a very old model ship. Really, really old. Because if you look at the brick colors, they don't really make these anymore. What year is it from again? This one, if I tell you the year, you might figure it out right away. Republic gunship. Wow. Star Killer Productions, what's up? You eat Gungans. Wow. Okay, hey. People have different diets, man. Yeah, so that's a wow. That's a wow, BCL. That's a wow. That is a wow. That's a wow. That's all I can say there. That's a big wow. Anyway, so we're going to add this right up front, like that. And let's move on. We're going to put some red pieces on the top right now. So we need 2 of these and 1 of those. We'll add this one down here, which is going to hold it in place as soon as I can get it there. And we're going to place this right there. So any ideas, guys? Any ideas? Yeah, we're going to place this right here, and we're a little off there, aren't we? Shouldn't be. Oh, that's why we're off. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, so there, and we'll just, sorry about this, guys. I just have to make a quick adjustment there. Place that back. that in place. This goes there and just lock that in there. Yeah, when you look into the PDF as opposed to the, I'm sure I have this in my collection of magazines because I have a ton of them. We add 2 of these here. I have so many of them. I just haven't had a chance to look. I just figure I'll just build it from the PDF. Okay, so we're here and we're gonna add, just saw it 1 second ago. We're gonna add to this yeah. So that was a really timely guess. That was a timely guess. Absolute timely guess. That was an amazing guess, actually. I have to say. Not just timely, it was an amazing guess. Just trying to pick up this piece that goes back there. Oops. Yep. And then we will move on the build. But that was an amazing guess. Couldn't do better if I tried. It's an absolutely fabulous guess. So back here, let's add some pieces back here, and then we'll add some pieces up front also. So we want to put one of these yellows just right here. I want to make sure I get it correct. One yellow, and then another yellow goes there. Okay. Back here, we're looking for just a little brick. It's just that these are mixed in so well. This goes right here, right? And we're gonna move up on the bill now, guys. We wanna add 2 of these. Again, with the count, this comes as a 1 brick. They could go that way. I'm always surprised. I said that before, right? I am surprised how they do this when they could have gone the other way, but there we go. So anyway, let's put these 2 on because I want to make sure I get these correct. And by putting these on, it just helps me to see that I am getting it correct. So those go there, and then we add 2 singles. Now we're adding 2 singles here. Am I putting this the right way? I want to make sure we're doing this right. What's going on here? Am I putting it the right way? Nope, I'm not putting it the right way. I'm supposed to put it this way. I apologize, guys. So this is supposed to go there. Let's just take these off. I'll need that what I call it, that the brick remover, I call it. Yeah, so I'm looking at it upside down. I apologize, guys. My apologies. So this goes there, this one goes there, and this goes there. Real simple fix. And then we put those here. I have to keep this close by. I've never built this one before. I've built a lot of similar ones to this particular ship, but not this particular ship before, as far as I can remember. We'll take this and place this right here. If you guys can see that so far. Want to add this here. And anything that's connected, I want to pull apart. Only reason being, I'm pulling it apart because it messes up the build if you don't. Because you're looking for that piece and it's connected to something. Anyway, let's move on and move up. Okay, so we're looking for 2 black pieces, which will go right here. All right, and 2 more of these, which is going to go right on the outside, and 1 brown, which is right here, goes down the middle, and another one of those goes right there like that. 1 more black piece and 2 blue pieces. So the blue pieces goes right on the side of this. So, anybody figure out what it is yet? Drop me a line, let me know. That goes there, and then we're going to add these down the side. 3 of these, actually. And 3 on the opposite side also. So anybody have any ideas yet? Hey Luffy, what's going on, man? Othello, what's up? You cool? Big shout out to you, man. Right, let's get back on it. All right. Guys, give a guess if you can figure out what it is so far. Before we get further in the build. Right, so up front we're going to add 2 pieces now. I just saw right here. So we need 1 of these. Goes over here. And that one looks similar, but it's the opposite side. Yeah, I'm pulling these apart because it just makes life easier. And the other one goes here. And let's move up. So we're going to go back here again and add 2 1x2s. Or 1x1s. 1x2 actually. Back here. Like that. And we're going to place some of these by 6 just right there. 2 of these. Okay. On the top, we'll place 1 single red. One single red. Just down the middle here. Just want to make sure I'm getting this correct. But before we do that, let's put this black in place. If we don't, it messes up the build. This goes here, and a yellow goes right on the top. And on the outside of that, we want 2 of these, red. Those are single stud 1x2s. Okay. So far, so great. We'll add this right here, a 2x4x6, 2x2x6, sorry, and then add 2 1x2x2 here. Tongue twisters, 1x2x2. Right, and we're gonna move on. And place 2 more of these. one over here. If I can just get that to stay in place there. And let's just find the other. Over here. And place that there. And one black piece goes in the middle, which is the cockpit. Goes right down the middle here, like that. And let's move on. So on the top, we're gonna add a 1 by 2 by 6, right? And back here, we're gonna place 2 of these wedges. Not inverted because they come with inverted also, but not those. And we're looking for 2 3s. Just move this out of the way because it looks similar. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Right, so 2 3s goes here. 1 and 2. And then we're going to add similar to what we added before, which is these hinge type. The old type hinge, you guys remember that? They sort of like stick. Right here, if I can show you, look at that. They sort of like, they stick sort of. I think they went away from those because I haven't really seen them lately. They were in a lot of General Grievous older ships. The number can't come to my head right now, but those blue and gray type ones, if you guys remember that. Someone was asking why don't they make a UCS in that particular ship. That'd be a great idea, but it's going to be a big build, a very big build. Okay, so let's move on and add some final touches to this. So here we're going to add one of these, then one of those elbows, and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Elbows there. Again, drop me a line, guys. Let me know, do you know what this ship is? And if you're on, please hit the like button so we can get the channel to grow, so we can bring you more great stuff like this. Okay. We're moving on. Here's one I built earlier. I love saying that now. So this goes back here. Right, and this is one of the pieces of playability about it. Right there. We'll get one of these. And as soon as I can locate it, we'll add that piece on. We're gonna go and add 2 of these flat 1x4s, red, just right there like that. Okay, that looks really good so far. And we're gonna take one of these 2x2 flat and place that there like so, and place that right on the top. Okay. Over here, we're gonna place 2 of these. There. Have you guys figured out what it is yet? And we're gonna place 2 of these to the front. It's right here, elbows. And let's move on. Looking good so far. Take a look at that, guys. See if you can guess what that is. We're gonna repeat similar to what we did before. Similar but different at the same time. We're gonna place 2 of these here, inverted, single 1x2s. And we're gonna add one of these here, and then we're gonna add a double side. That was a 2, and now we add, that's a 4, and then we'll add another 4, like so. Take one of these again and place it down there, like that. We're looking for a red, and we're looking for one of these, which is gonna go to the front right here like that, and then the red goes right there. Can you guys figure it yet? Drop me a line, let me know what's going on. Okay, back here, we're gonna use 2 of these 1x4 flat grays. Just locate the next one, just right here someplace. If not, like I always say, I have so many, I can just go in my bag of tricks and pull it out, so it's not a problem. Okay, I have a bag of tricks here with a whole lot of them. So we don't have an issue with that at all. So again, guys, drop me a line. Let me know if you know what this ship is, what we're building right now. If you have any idea, someone had a great guess before, which was really, really awesome guess. That was a really awesome guess. Unbelievable guess, actually. I commend you for that guess. You must have been building ships for a long time to have that guess right on hand like that. All right, here we go. I just found it. All right. So we'll add another one here. By 4, 2 of those. Okay, and now we're gonna add some pieces back here. So we wanna add this red right there, lock that in place real tight, and we're gonna add some of these on the top. 1 and 2. Okay, looking great. So, these are some funny shaped bricks. We're going to add that later. But before we do, we'll add 2 of these. And then we'll add the funny shaped brick on there. See these on few ships. They're not on every ship. It's like, they're very rare you see these on any ships at all. I haven't seen them lately at all, so let me know if you guys have seen those lately. Right, so let's move on. Any ideas yet, guys? All these ships come with this one piece. I didn't need 2 of these, actually. Needed just 1. Yeah, they come with this particular setup, just like this. So, because this is how they used to make the windows. Well, or the cabin, if you want to call it that. Usually now they have double, they open them double, but this they used to do that single. Anybody have an idea yet? So that's one of the pieces of playabilities. On these ships also, they didn't have much playability on them compared to now. Okay, so at the front we want to add 2 more of these. Where's the next one? Yeah. And we'll add this to close it off. Any ideas yet, guys? Anyone? No ideas yet? So, now we're going to add this. I figure everyone should be starting to have an idea now. Didn't have a chance to look at the comments, but any ideas, guys? Drop me a line, let me know. So, we're here. Figure everyone should know it now. And as we get further, So it was made before 2010. This ship was made before 2010. All right, that's a hint for you guys. So back here, we are adding. This is some funny pieces. It's another set that I haven't seen a lot of, right? Okay, I haven't seen a lot of these. So just take this and just place the whole thing on here. Prior build. There. Okay. We want to repeat the same thing we did before on the top. Okay, we want to put one. What's going on there? Everything seems to be fine, but this. Right, yeah. I'll have to add something right there. Yeah, so let me know, guys. What do you think it is so far? I think everyone should know what it is this far. Because of that last piece that I placed on there, I think everyone should figure it out. Any ideas? Any ideas yet? Let me know what you're thinking. I'm sure someone has an idea of what it is by now. So place that blue, even this up, and then we add another one of those just to the top there. And now we're gonna work our way down here. So we're gonna add 2 of these tan 1x4s and 2 more. Any ideas yet, guys? And one of these, just right here, 2x8, right, flat there. Now we want some single bricks, single ones, which is right there already, all set up. And we'll move this to the side a bit, and we're gonna build on the wing. I wanna make sure which one we got. So this one, yeah, this one here, mainly everything is on there. Let's just add this. Take this red one off and change the position of that back here. Also take this one off. All right, we'll do that later on. Turn it over and add these. Those connect to that, let's move this to the center. Inverted goes there. And we're gonna take one of these and put it right I want to make sure that's correct. Should be in place right there. Okay, and along the sides, oops, let's take that off and get these on first. Actually, no, works without it, yeah. So just there, just got them to fit, and now it doesn't want to. Am I missing anything? Just make sure this is correct, because the PDF goes there, but how does it go there? Oh, I'm putting it the wrong way around. Right, so that clips in there real tight. These two goes here. 1 and 2. Any ideas yet, guys? Whoops. Pop the edge off. Just there. All right. Any ideas yet, guys? We're going to build on this just at the tip. I'm going to add one of these and add this right at the front. Back here like that. Once we've completed that, this one goes at the bottom. Yep. Are you guys figuring what it is yet? Right. So this particular ship, okay, since we got there and most of the people, I'll put the next part of it on and then we'll talk about it from there. Okay. Let's build another one. So we want this like that. Okay. Turn it over. Add 2 of these down the middle or center, your choice, and one of these inverted there real tight, and 2 more inverteds just along the side. But before we do that, we'll add this on so it doesn't get all mixed up like we did the last one. Lock that in there. Oops, this is not going exactly where it's supposed to. And neither is this. Oops, took it right off, guys. Yeah, so tell me what you think. If you do know what it is, drop me a line. There you go, that's better. And these go right here. 1. And where's the other? 2. Okay, that snapped right into place perfectly. And let's see that. Let's see where it goes. If it goes the opposite side or right. So that goes the opposite way. Oh, we have to put the gun on first. Don't want to forget that. This one goes here. Okay. And we snap that one right in here. At this point, everyone should be figuring out what it is. And after I have a look, I'll tell you guys and we'll talk about it for a second. Right, so this particular ship that we're building right now, it's the first of its kind ever made by Star Wars, right? First of its kind ever made by Lego, let's put it like that, by Star Wars. First of its kind. Should be figuring it out now, guys. Drop me a line, leave a comment. Let me know what it is, what you figure it is. Okay, so we're building the next side. So we need, this time these are going on top. Okay, so these are going on top this time. To here and there. We're going to grab this and place this on top after we get this here and put that here. Right? This goes right there like so. And we want to place that with red going right there. And one red going right here. Put it correctly. Once we got that in place, we add one of these. I guess that's for what do you call it? It's for wind viscosity. Yeah. Place one of these guns here. Once we've done that, you guys must know what it is now. And we take this and clip it right here on the top. This one's a bit tricky. Again, I think this is why they stepped away from this particular something wrong there. This particular just make sure this is correct, because it doesn't want to just slide in. Yeah, it is correct. I don't understand why it's not just, yeah, there you go, it slipped in. Right. Yeah, so let's move on and add the next. So here's the next. And two of these goes down the middle. Right. Where are we? One flat goes right behind it. And we place the wing right on the top. Let's make sure we get that the correct way. That goes there. Once we've done that, we add a gun to it. Like that. Place this on the top. And just snap that one in there like we did the last one. Very good. Missing just this one piece right here. We need to put that in. Okay, let's clip that in here. Oops, popped off. Okay, you guys should be figuring what this ship is now. So I can open this up. We're not finished, but I can open this up and you guys should have an idea. So this one was made in 1999. 1999, the first of two ships that was created in 1999. That's the first ships that Lego ever made. And you guys should figure it out by now. So, back here, we're going to add these for the thrusters. If I can just get them to clip right in the slots the way they should. Just give me 1 sec. Let's make sure I can get that correctly. Should just slip in there. Should be just going right in there, no problem, shouldn't it? Or did I put it the wrong way around? Maybe I placed it the wrong way around? It's possible. No, they're the correct way around. But it doesn't want to just go in. So I can place these two at the bottom. Right, let's look at the front. See, these two go at the bottom like that, so it is the wrong way around. So these two just go right in here like that. I'll need to turn this around. Just bear with me, guys. There you go. It's not a big issue, but I just need to turn it around like this. Right, and place the other one right here like that, and we'll turn this one around also. It's trying to be problematic. Shouldn't be that difficult to come off, but there you go. So we snap that in there and place the other like that. You guys have an idea yet? Any idea on what it is? The ship, the year, well, I did say the year already. Sorry about that. I did say the year already. So you should know what ship it is, since I said there were only 2 ships made in that year. All right, there were 2 ships made in that year, and this is one of them. Dropping this stuff. This is one of them here, and I will let you guys know what the other is as soon as I can get this clipped in, like so, and place this there, like so. So the other one was a TIE fighter. Obviously, you guys realize now that this is an X-Wing, and the other one was a TIE fighter. So the particular one that I'm building right now is the 7140. 7140, guys. And there was only 2 ships made in that year. This is one of them. Oops, dropped off again. I need to put the stands on, so it comes with a stand also. Right, but anyway, right, so like I said, 2 of them made. This is one of the 2. Bend that so it's better. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Upwards and onwards, right? So we want to put the cabin on now. Cockpit, I want to call it that. Snap that in. And again, this was one of the things about the struggle of this particular thing. This is why I think they went away from this. Oops. Because of the way it was difficult to open and close. Sort of struggling there to get that on properly. Yeah, I think that's why they went away from it. I don't know exactly. If you have an idea, guys, let me know why they went away from this like that. Yeah, because I think it was a struggle to do that, to get that on properly. And when I say, okay, so we're basically, the ship is complete. This is the ship. When we add that piece under, which is the stand for it, which is very strange to me, how they used to make the stand. But at least they used to give us a stand. Now they don't. Now they want you to get one of the bigger type stands. These used to be more like the stand. So if you guys can see that right there, that was it. And then to balance it off, they had these funny things, which I'm going to build now. That thing that looks like a ski, you guys remember that? And they'd put this on the top, add another brick here on the top, and you would just put this at the front, and that would be a stand before. That's basically how it worked. Okay, guys? And this is our X-Wing 7140. The first ship to be built by Star Wars. Lego. 1999. Comes with R2-D2, as you guys know, would go right down in there. And obviously Luke. Doesn't want to pop in. Put him up here. Just doesn't want to hold it all. Yeah. So if we pop this open, still doesn't want to go there. Yeah. Guess we can clip him there for now. Yeah. So that's the first ship, guys. Okay. It came with 3 figures plus R2, 2 pilots, and one of the pit crew. And it also came with, as you guys know, it came with this. Which the pit crew rides on. If you guys remember that at all. Has drills on it. It has a oil can on it. See, this should have opened up like that, and I think everything should just go in there. What do you guys think about that? That's just my opinion. Yeah. So basically, that's it. So you clip these along the side. Drill goes there. You got a wrench that goes there. A pump. Don't know what that is for, right? And that's, you would put all this stuff on there like that. And basically that's your build, guys. So did anyone figure it? I know BCL figured it out right away. He called it, after he called the Republic gunship, he called the X-Wing. Anyway, guys, I want to thank all you guys for joining in on the great build today. We do Tuesdays, like I said, always Wednesdays. So watch out for that. Thanks for joining in. This is BOBAbrickz, and may Lego be with you.